Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the Real Madrid fan channel. So the rumors are as follows: Jose Mourinho might go to Real Madrid. Is this possible? Well, we've had Jose Mourinho in the past. Now, I've been a fan of Real Madrid since 2010, and I haven't really followed them up to the year 2013. Um, which is probably their worst year under Jose Mourinho, um, winning just the Copa del Rey and the Super Cup, if you really count that. I believe they won the Super Cup at the beginning of the season, and it was their worst season under Jose. Now, would I want Jose Mourinho back at Real Madrid? My answer is a most definite no. The reason being that he's already been with us. He's already done his stuff. He was not the proper manager for Real Madrid, and he doesn't need to come back and try to get it right again because he won't get it right. We have the same president. We pretty much have the same, you know, I guess you could say politicians, but we pretty much have the same people that we used to have. Maybe under management it's a little different, but in terms of like the elites or whatever you want to call them, we have pretty much the same people. And Jose Mourinho, we all know he's very, very, very stubborn, and he will never, never, ever change his ways and his tactics. And they'll always be defensive. He'll always resort to a long ball, in the dying minutes of a game when it's 1-1 or I don't know when we're losing or stuff like that. And he's not gonna change. He's not gonna change, and that's the problem. We don't need a manager like that. That's some those ways are they're done. It's old thinking. You have to change under today's how can I say it, under today's developing era, because things are always changing and you can't stay stubborn. You stay stubborn and you're gonna stay in the old times, just like Jose Mourinho has. Jose Mourinho has stayed in the old times. He's never evolved, and now he's paying for it at Manchester United. He paid for it a little Chelsea, but luckily he won the league with them. So it was like a lot of people weren't sure about it. Chelsea did get 17th place towards the end of his, I believe it was his third season. Um, that's when they sacked him, when they were getting 17th place. That was pretty bad. So a lot of people weren't sure because Jose Mourinho had won the Premier League a couple years before. Getting 17th place wasn't good, but that Premier League kind of it really helped to make that not such a big thing. And now at Manchester United, he's really paying the big bucks for his old coaching habits and his old style of coaching and stuff like that. I mean, you look at coaches like Sir Alex and Arsene Wenger, who stayed in the how can I say, who stayed in their respective clubs for a very, very long number of years. Sir Alex, I think 26 years, and Wenger, I think it was 28 or something like that. But they stayed there for a very, very, very long time, and obviously Sir Alex Ferguson had a lot of success. Even at his in his last year at Manchester United, he won the Premier League with a team that was very, very, very mediocre at best. And Arsene Wenger, you know, Arsene Wenger, yeah, he had a hard time but he did really good. I'm not saying that, but he had a hard time competing with Sir Alex. If Sir Alex wouldn't have been there, Arsene Wenger would have had a lot more Premier Leagues. But Arsene Wenger or Sir Alex Ferguson was just a very hard man to beat. I mean he was he was a very good coach, and so yeah, I mean these old styles of coaching like Arsene Wenger, you could see that at the end it was just outdated. A lot of people wanted Arsene Wenger out. Everyone could see that it was just not working out under him. Arsene Wenger is the opposite side of Jose Mourinho and Sir Alex Ferguson, kind of more of softy. He'll let things slide, but I'm sure he had some old ways of coaching, and it just doesn't work under this new these new players anymore. These old styles of coaching, it doesn't players don't seem to respond to it as well as they used to. And Sir Alex Ferguson also had this kind of very strict way of coaching, like it's my way or the highway, you know. And that's exactly what he did with Paul Pogba, which he sold, I believe, in 2011. He didn't even sell; he just gave him for free or something like that. Or I think Juventus got him on a free transfer. So, you know, these styles of coaches. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson was doing. He won the Premier League in his last year. But if you guys see in the last years of his how can I see it, of his reign, or of his man, of his time at the club, he was struggling a bit, as you know. Man City, where it seems like they were coming up, they were doing something, we were starting a project, and you know, I don't know if Sir Alex Ferguson, how it would have worked out with him in today's world. Um, but it could have. I'm not saying it's not. It couldn't have not have worked out. It might have worked out, but you know, players do react a lot differently to these kinds of styles of coaching. And Jose Mourinho is just another one of these players, or another one of these coaches that employs like these old ways of coaching, and it's just, I feel like it's not gonna work under him. Um, he still has like this, it's my way or the highway. We're gonna do it my way. I don't care what anyone says. I don't want to listen to what anyone says. I don't care if we're bottom of the league. We're still gonna do it my way. I mean, these kinds of ways of thinking are just so archaic. You know, it's not gonna work out under if Jose Mourinho keeps doing that. So that's part of why I believe Jose Mourinho doesn't. I don't want him at Real Madrid. And also, Jose Mourinho has a big ego. Big ego. That is not going to work out with some of the Real Madrid players. And I should say most. And a lot of them are probably eventually going to fall out with Jose Mourinho. Just like every player with a big ego has fallen out. I guess the only one that hasn't was Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic is one of the only ones that hasn't fallen out with Jose Mourinho. And I don't know why they work so well together, but they do. But Ronaldo, obviously, you know, there were rumors in 2011 that Ronaldo was going to be sold. You know, it's just these are ridiculous things. You know, I mean, he's going to destroy Real Madrid if he comes to Real Madrid. I mean, the writing's on the wall. It's been done already. I remember in the last year that Jose Mourinho was at Real Madrid, the atmosphere was so toxic. I mean, all the fans wanted him out. It was just we couldn't breathe under him. It was horrible. And then Ancelotti came in, and oh my goodness, it was just a breath of fresh air. I was so happy to have him, and I wish we would have had him for a longer period of time, because he was just such a great manager, man. I mean, he's a softie, but I mean, he gets the best out of players, you know, and I really like that kind of manager. Really, I have utmost respect for him. But but Jose Mourinho, his days are numbered. His days are over. He's done as a manager. He should have retired a few years ago. He's just dragging on as a manager. It's not gonna work out at Real Madrid. So that's really why I don't want him at Real Madrid anymore. He's got a big ego, obviously. That's gonna have not a very good. It's not going to be good in the dressing room, just like it is at Manchester United in the dressing room with Paul Pogba. It's not working out. It's not going to work out at Real Madrid. I don't want someone like that. He labeled Pogba a virus the other day. No, he is the virus. Jose Mourinho is the virus, and I don't want him at Real Madrid. So I'm hoping that we don't get him. Yeah, those are pretty much just my reasons that I don't want him. Now, now, will the president get him? I don't know. We'll have to see. I can't imagine the president is that silly, but you just never know. Florentino Perez is, you know, he's done some crazy stuff, and sometimes he'll do anything, you know, just like Gareth Bale with the world record transfer. I mean, I wasn't against it. For me, I was kind of happy we got Bale. You know, I was totally up for it. But I know a lot of people were against it. Yeah, Jose Mourinho at the club would not be a good idea at all. It would destroy the club. It would lower their shares, just like we're seeing at Manchester United. Um, and we might even get lower than under Lopetegui. You know, under Lopetegui, we're doing pretty bad. But under Jose Mourinho, if we go on 3 years, let's say with him, it's not gonna go well. We might go way below, eighth place. I think we got so. It's not gonna work out. It's never gonna work out under Jose. We've seen it at Manchester United. Um, I watch Manchester United a lot. I follow it a lot. Jose Mourinho's stubborn, very very stubborn. He'll keep choosing the same players over and over and over again. He has his favorites. He has some bias. Not good for a dressing room at all. Like just like we see in today's society with politicians that are being elected for because some of the elites like them better, stuff like that. It just you know he has his favorites, and it's just um, it causes disharmony, and these players are not going to be happy playing under him. They're not going to be happy seeing that the favorites are being played every game while they try to work hard and they try to do good in the games, and they just get put on the bench while Jose's favorites play every single match. And then when it comes time to the press conferences, Jose Mourinho will throw his fringe players, I guess you could say, under the bus, and his favorites, never a bad word about them. Fellaini is a prime example of that. He's never said anything bad about Fellaini. Never. And that is something I can't not understand. Defending Fellaini to the point where it's just it just becomes ridiculous. It makes him look awful, and so he will do that at Real Madrid because those are his ways, and his ways will not change. So that's why I do not want him at Real Madrid, and I hope we don't get him. So hopefully he doesn't come to Real Madrid. Let's pray. Let's pray that Solari will get this right. I want to see Solari succeed just because I don't want Jose Mourinho to come at Real Madrid. And I think Solari will do good. He's a young manager. He's got a lot of hunger. So I just can't wait to see what he has in store. So hopefully it all goes well under him. And that's it for the show for today. So I'll see you guys pretty soon. I'm going to try to make episodes daily. Obviously, these days it's been kind of hard. I've been going to school, or I've been applying for graduate school. So I'll be trying to make more videos in the near future. So stay on the lookout for that. And yeah, do subscribe. I got 0 subscribers right now. It's a little bit pitiful, but I hope to make more of these videos. I hope to do something like the United Stand. I really like their platform, so I hope to follow them a little, or inspire them a little, get inspired by them. So yeah, stay on the lookout for more videos. I should be out with some in a few days. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.